So for about 6 months, you would have been noticing a little clip up here, or even a physical mic out in front like this. And it begs the question, would you trust a brand that manufactures drones with your audio? The answer is yes, because this is the DJI Mic, and I've been using it for a solid 6 months. And if you have been a long-time subscriber of the channel, you would notice how big of a difference the DJI Mic has made to our audio. So the DJI Mic is a compact, lightweight and powerful wireless microphone system that delivers exceptional sound quality at distances up to 250 meters. The transmitter can provide clear and professional audio levels for recording vocals, ambient sound, and even musical instruments. And the receiver is actually built in with storage. So the DJI Mic can be used to capture primarily or even backup audio during a recording, so that you are sure that you are never lost for audio. So now coming to the specifications. As we've mentioned, this has a range of up to 250 meters or 820 feet. And you can enjoy unlimited creativity with a stable wireless transmission. And this 250 meters, again, is unobstructed environments without interference, so that you can stream at that distance. The second spec we have to talk about is its 15-hour battery life. So it has an ultra-long battery life. If you're looking for a system that can keep up with your content needs, this is the one for you. You can enjoy 5.5 hours out of the transmitters, 5 hours from the receiver, and you can get up to 15 hours by placing them back into the charging case and recharging them between sessions. The next thing we have to talk about is the magnetic attachment that comes with the transmitter. So besides just clipping onto clothes with the clip at the back, you have a magnetic clip that you can put between clothing and other surfaces. One of the other strong points of the transmitter is the fact that it only weighs 30 grams and is small, compact, and awesome. The second thing we can talk about is the fact that the receiver is built with an OLED touch screen. So the OLED touch screen can display things like your channel selection, inputs, outputs, battery life, and both the transmitters comes with 14 hours of built-in storage to prevent audio frame drops, as well as losses and any other issues like losing the recordings. So that's also something really cool with the transmitters. The DJI Mic comes in two variations, one with 2 transmitters and one with a single transmitter. So the transmitters support omnidirectional audio, making it ideal for a multi-person interview or even small studio operations. The DJI Mic also allows you to record high-fidelity professional audio by accurately reproducing tones across a wide frequency range, and recordings can be separated via each of the channels, or the 2 channels can be combined for flexibility during post-production. The DJI Mic also supports fast compatibility because it comes with 2 connectors which slide underneath the receiver, one for an iPhone and one for USB Type-C. It's built with a 3.5mm audio out. So as long as your recording device can take a 3.5mm jack as audio in, then there's nothing else you have to worry about. Some more in-depth specs of the transmitters, they are AST01. In terms of dimensions, they are 47mm by 30mm by 20mm. And as I mentioned, they only weigh 30 grams. In terms of their wireless modes, they use a GFSK 1 megabit per second and 2 megabits per second mode, as well as an equivalent isotopic radiated power. It has an operating frequency of 2400 to 2483.5 megahertz, and we've already spoken about the battery life, which is 15 hours. In terms of the actual battery specifications, it's a 320 milliamp hour battery that is built into this little device, and this device can be operated in temperatures ranging from -10 up to 45 degrees Celsius, and it has a charging time up to 70 minutes, and it can last again for 5.5 hours. The fact that this device also has a secondary or a backup audio recording functionality is an awesome feature, because a lot of the time when we plug into the camera, and well, not a lot of the time, sometimes we lose audio. It's very scary to think what will happen when we record a full video and now we don't have audio. So we can enable the backup audio to record on this device, and if we do have to retrieve it, all we have to do is plug it in and download that footage. So now coming to the receiver. The receiver model is ASRO1. In terms of its dimensions, it measures 47 millimeters by 32 millimeters by 17 millimeters. That weighs 24.9 grams, and in terms of its wireless modes, just like the transmitter, GFSK 1 megabits per second, 2 megabits per second, and the equivalent isotopic radiated power. So this has a battery capacity of 320 milliamp hours, and this has the same operating temperature of -10 to 45 degrees Celsius, and the same charging time of up to 70 minutes for a full charge. And this one, however, can only operate for 5 hours compared to the 5.5 hours. In terms of the specs of the charging case now, the charging case model, this is the ASBO1, and in terms of its dimensions, this has dimensions of 103 millimeters by 61 millimeters by 41 millimeters. This weighs 162.2 grams, and this has a battery capacity of 2600 milliamp hours. This isn't as flexible as the other two devices. This can only operate at temperatures between 5 and 45 degrees, and the charging time of the case is 2 hours and 40 minutes. It can fully recharge the three devices simultaneously up to 1.8 times. After speaking about all of the specifications, we've tested it out plenty here in the studio. So let's go out into the world and let's do some real world testing of this audio. Some wind, some noise, a distance test. So let's get going with that. Okay, so this is me standing in quite a windy environment next to a road, and this is the audio test directly through the DJI Mic. Wind and cars. Right, so this is me 1 meter away from the DJI Mic. This is me 2 meters away from the DJI Mic. This is me 5 meters away from the DJI Mic. This is me 10 meters away from the DJI Mic. This is me 20 meters away from the DJI Mic. This is me roughly 30 meters away from the DJI Mic. Clear line of sight. This is me 40 meters away from the DJI Mic. Still clear line of sight. This is me 60 meters away from the DJI Mic, where it begins to slowly break up. So that is kind of cool, and I hope that this can showcase what its usability is. So now, who is this best suited for? So unfortunately, this device is suited, well, fortunately, unfortunately, it's suited more for content creators, journalists, and that sort of demographic. I wouldn't really suggest this to someone that wants to improve the quality of their home videos, because I mean, this is a big investment to just occasionally improve your home audio. whereas you can just get something like a shotgun mic. But if you do have a need for something like this for home video, then just as well. But I think the main market for the DJI mic is going to be content creators and events and journalists and that sort of thing. So now moving to price. So when it comes to price, this currently retails for about 8,200 to 8,400 rands. It should be noted, however, during Black Friday, they ran a special where this device retailed for 6,600 rand, which I think was an amazing discount for them to run in South Africa. And I do know a lot of people that purchased this device during that Black Friday sale. When it came down to it, when I was looking for wireless audio, this was one of the most cost-effective devices, first of all. Second of all, what made me select this was its small form factor and minimal impact. So like right now, how you're seeing me, all you're seeing is the magnetic clip. If I didn't want to show you the magnetic clip, I could have just as well attached it to my shirt, or even placed it a little more down and had the lapel plugged into this. For me as a creative, the third thing with this is the fact that it has a minimal impact compared to other brands that produce wireless mic kits, which is the minimal impact is just the small DJI logo, which can be covered up compared to other brands that have big branding that is showing off like that. Something else that comes along with this is the fact that we can connect a lapel and it comes with the dead cat to prevent noise. I think the charging case also was a big point, because this was one of the first devices that came out with a charging or carrying case for the receiver and the transmitters. So when I purchased this, I think it was an amazing product in the market. As to its performance, it has outperformed itself, whether it's been in the studio, whether it's been at events like Rage, Comic-Con. It's worth its weight and worth its price. And I have found very much a lot of value out of this device over the last 6 months of using it. The fact that I am a DJI fanboy is one of the other reasons that I did go with this, because I know the level of products that DJI puts out. We have the Mavic 2 Zoom, we have drones from DJI, and I know the quality of their products are going to be great. And yeah, it retailed for 8,200 rand, and I won't lie, I didn't buy it at that price. I had mine purchased internationally and brought in, and I paid a much lower price compared to what it retailed at that time in South Africa. But currently the device is still retailing for 6,200 rand. So whether DJI took the decision and said, hey, you know what, maybe this device isn't at the right price point for the market, and they've adjusted their prices and brought it down to 6,200 rand. It was a very clear idea, because there's a lot of people that have backed this device. We've seen bigger YouTubers like Marquez Brownlee, Mr. Who's the Boss using devices like this, or using this exact device. So you know that there's a lot of people who are very, very happy with the performance of this device. The fact that DJI dropped the price, I don't think such a drastic price drop in South Africa indicates that maybe the Mic 2 is coming, but who knows? Maybe the Mic 2 is coming, and that's why they're trying to offload a lot of stock at this special price right now. But we can only hold out and see what has in store. But if you think you're picking up one of your very own DJI mics, I would 100% suggest it. In terms of ratings, I would rate this a 9.8 out of 10. So it's an awesome device, and there's nothing I can fault this device for. Transmission standards could be improved, but I mean, even if we take the example of Rage, where we were picking up so much of noise interference, but that was expected because of the amount of electronics, networking, and all of those things in the area. And I don't think there's any device, wireless, that would have performed better in that sort of scenario. A cabled device might have performed better, but not a wireless. But I think I'm rambling on now, guys. So if you want to pick up one of your very own, links in the description below, you can check that out. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you can let me know by giving a like rating if you did. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Guys, thanks for watching. My name is Prashant, and I'll catch you in the next video.